What profession tends to attract the rudest people? The Hollywood film industry treats anyone who isn't a star like complete shit. I was a background extra for a few films, and I was treated by producers as less than a pile of dog crap under their shoes. If you like being abused, by all means try to become an actor in Hollywood. Fashion is full of horrendous people. Sales. Any kind of sales. I watched one of my friends transform from a fairly likable dude into a monster, and then back to a fairly likable dude as he transitioned both into and out of a sales role over several years. It was wild. I'm a sailor, and there's a very specific type of guy who gets stuck at mate and can't get a captaincy because nobody respects him personally. So he takes it out on us deckhands who respect his rank but not him. Corrections officers. DMV employees. It's a long-standing trope that the DMV is the worst place on for good reason. Marketing had a lot of jerks who think they're geniuses, but really you're just making ads for diapers. TSA workers. This made me realize that people are just assholes in general, regardless of what professions they're part of. Surgeons. Highway patrol. I have met way too many on some kind of power trip even off duty. I can't tell sometimes if nurses start that way or just end up that way from dealing with so much literal and figurative shit. Cooks LMAO, if you know you know. Not saying they're the worst, but post office employees can be awful. Doctor's office receptionists. I don't think I've ever met a polite one. Towing industry. This question gets asked every few weeks and the number one answer is always the same. Politics. Being in the food service industry. I will never understand how people can repeatedly go to the same restaurant only to complain about the food. If it's so bad, go elsewhere or go home and cook. And one of the most frustrating things is when they show up from church and are the worst possible people I've ever met. For all y'all saying the service industry. I'm pretty sure the industry makes them that way. Just saying. Depends. There's rudeness with people who actually care, like a drill sergeant who is profane, but for a reason, or there's rudeness from people who wouldn't tap the brakes if there were a preschool class in the crosswalk. Attorneys, surgeons, corporate execs. In my experience, executive staff assistants. I work in building maintenance for the state. So far the top-level brass has been the kindest, most understanding folks I've met. Their assistants, however, are some of the most entitled people with an overinflated ego I've ever dealt with. Finance is full of fucking jagoffs. I'm in finance. Sort of a jagoff too. You've got to have a massive hole in your soul to be a bill collector. If you're in healthcare, you're either great or really suck, and there's often little in between. I work in engineering. There is a lot of ego behind designs and what is best. A lifetime ago, I was a bill collector. Most of us were regular Joe Schmoes, but some really liked causing other people distress. There were aspects of the job I liked, but causing people distress wasn't one of them. Some of those guys just like hurting people and destroying lives. Influencers. I wonder if the mean girl high school bully to nurse pipeline has been studied by science yet. I haven't seen receptionists yet. IDK if it's just a coincidence, but I've experienced rude receptionists more than anything. Law enforcement. SAH trophy wife or military wife. This coming from a woman. They are insufferable. Door-to-door sales is inherently rude by nature. Leave me the fuck alone. Prison guards and police officers. Job recruitment agency. A lot of them seem to think they are better than anyone else. Incredibly rude. Any profession that gives deep discounts. They attract the most entitled and rudest people. MLMs. For some reason a lot of lawyers think that good lawyering being a complete and utter arsehole lol. It has to be lawyers. Especially litigators. Face with rolling eyes. No offense to you if you're one. Nurses. You wouldn't think so, but the amount that just plain glare or get huffy they have to take me back is astounding. Teaching. Kidding, the colleagues I've had over the years have literally the most down-to-earth people I have ever met in my life. So basically anyone with a job is one. Medical office assistant. Those bitches gatekeep the doctors and are the rudest people I've ever met. Evidently the DMV. Wall Street finance type jobs. Scam callers when you tell them you know they're trying to scam you. The majority of people I met who did multi-level marketing weren't scummy, but they always had a sense of smugness and facade I disliked. I have worked with a number of influencers on contracts and licensing. They are way worse than actual celebrities. Particularly OnlyFans. I won't even take those phone calls. Sales. Department of Motor Vehicles DMV. Those people seem to truly hate their career choice. Sales. Any job that you have to interact with other people. It isn't that they attract rude people, it's just having to interact with assholes and morons all day, which can make anyone rude. Fine dining for the ultra-rich. The places politicians and CEOs eat at. Sales. Business XX. The entertainment industry. The sex worker industry. Used car salesman. Idiots wearing shirts and ties. Will sell their grandmother a fucking lemon, just to get their commission. Cunts. Discord and Reddit mods. You might not say it's a profession because they don't get paid, but when they're at a computer 30 hours a week moderating multiple hours every day. That's a profession. Tow truck driver. Corrections officers. I don't know about profession, but what I do know is working at Walmart attracts the Karens. Reddit management.